2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
We're the land of the free.
Lots of enthusiasm around that presentation of the Star-Spangled Banner. And we've got plenty more coming up. Stay tuned. Welcome, folks. Thanks for tuning in to 2K Sports for the latest presentation of our NBA basketball. Kevin Harlan here with Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg, and we'll have David Aldridge filling us in from the sideline. DA, it's all yours.
De'Aaron Fox talked about his mentality on the court. You put the ball in his hands, he says, I'm going to take over the game. It doesn't have to be scoring, just always attacking. Always. You got to be a dog. Don't back down from anyone. Kevin, I know you're a dog. Back to you.
You sure do, and with his quickness, a scary combination. Thank you, D.A. And checking out Minnesota's opening lineup. The tandem at the 1 and the 2, Teague and Culver. Wiggins and Covington are the forward pair. And it's Towns in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. And for the Kings, Barnes at power forward with Bagley in the middle. At the point with Hield to his side, they're the backcourt. And it's Ariza in at the small forward spot. Not a lot of experience with this one, Clark, tonight, but two good young teams. Talk about the difficulty, though, of winning a championship without that veteran presence.
I think it's virtually impossible, Kevin, to have all young guys and be championship caliber, regardless of the talent level. Even the young Warriors teams had veterans like Andre Iguodala. Experience especially shows up at crunch time.
Very good point.
And that'll start us off already. You can feel the tension in this arena.
Boy, I tell you, you're right. You can feel this one looking like it's going to be a tight one throughout.
Now here's Hield. A three from Barnes. One up, one down. 2 points with his first shot this game.
Hey, when you lay off of Harrison Barnes, he's going to go right up on the catch.
Teague, the pass to Towns. Trying to find Covington. Gets it to him.
Oh, and he breaks out the tomahawk. No soft finish there. Pure power.
And we could feel that one all the way over here.
Yeah, great aggressive move to the bucket there. He wasn't about to pass that one up. He threw it down.
Got a piece of it, so it's Sacramento. Here's Fox, and another three for Sacramento.
Man, I tell you what, when Fox is making threes, he's hard to guard. That's a part of his game he's got to continue to work on.
And here's Culver. Here's Wiggins. Count that one.
And that's what you want to see. Good fundamental sound basketball with the bounce pass.
Sacramento's gone 2 of 2 from three-point range here in the first quarter. Outside, Covington. Now Culver. On the wing, Wiggins. Buries it from three-point range. Wiggins has got 7 points in the game.
And this is how you want to start the ball game. 4 for 4 from the field. Seems like they're right on point and can't miss. Well, you know, it's not been easy for Andrew Wiggins the last few seasons, guys. The production has just fallen short of expectations. He was a #1 pick back in his draft class and really has struggled to live up to what the fans have expected him to be. 5 of 5 to start the game, and it might be the second quarter before they miss, where they're knocking these shots down. Boy, everything's pure.
So the Kings call timeout. They're first. And with Wiggins, he's clearly a talented player, Clark, but people just want more from him.
Yeah, I agree with you, Kevin, and a lot of it is a matter of consistency. And when the expectations are high, being a former overall #1 pick, that pressure can affect you. But I think if Wiggins can just lock in
for Sacramento. Big group substitution now for Minnesota. Noah Vonleh, he's checked in for Karl Anthony Towns. Bell comes in for Robert Covington. Layman, he's checked in for Wiggins. And Okogie subbed in for Culver.
Yeah, Joseph adept at finding his open teammates, and that's exactly what you want from your point guard. And, you know, even though in today's game floor spacing is all the rage, the last 5 years the Wolves attempted the fewest threes in the league. And when they did shoot them, they didn't make very many of them.
And on top of their troubles from range, the Wolves have also had trouble on the defensive glass.
Yeah, and if you can't rebound and you're not shooting it well, you've got to figure out who you're going to be. Your identity is in question. That's what the Wolves are trying to figure out. Who are we? What do we do well? How do we win? How do we succeed? Get to the next level. They've got to answer that question. Boy, they dodged one there, guys. I mean, he got the wide open look that he wanted, just didn't knock it down.
Here's Bell. Played in with a nice touch off the glass.
They've wasted no time settling into their offense.
Yeah, they're lasered in. I mean, really making the most of their possession.
Now, here's Bjelica. The jump hook. 2 points. That one goes. 1:41 left to play in the first quarter. Here's Okogie. Vonleh with it. Passes it to Layman. Over Bjelica. And good. Got the English that time as it falls.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
Well, I'm going to credit the screen. I mean, that's a good, strong pick he lays there.
Now, here's Bogdanovic. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. And the pass to Dedmon. And the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line.
No surprise there. I mean, realizing he has the size advantage, he exploits it perfectly.
And what do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for Minnesota?
Fellas, they're passing the ball the way you're supposed to here in this first half.
Another thing they've been doing so far tonight is knocking down the jump shot.
Harry Giles is checked in for Rashawn Holmes. And then for Minnesota, Zhang comes in for Bell. And Shabazz Napier subbed in for Jeff Teague. The free throw drops for Dedmon. 1:05 left in the first quarter. Pass to Okogie. Now here's Napier. Pass to Zhang. Over Giles. And again it's Minnesota.
And they're passing the ball very crisply here.
Outside Joseph. Outside Bogdanovic. Connects from three-point range.
I'll tell you what, I'm not sure these guys can keep this up.
High-octane action for sure. Crowd pleasing already.
Now here's Zhang. Pass to Okogie. Kicks it to Napier. 6 to shoot. The pass to Okogie. Launches a three. Good, and it's Napier with the assist that time. Okogie's got his second bucket tonight.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
Nothing like answering back. One team gets three, you fire three of your own. Boom.
Well, they weren't going to pass up that chance to get out and run following the steal.
Pass to Bogdanovic. And another three for Sacramento. The basket's coming early and often in the first quarter. The Timberwolves on top, up 5. And we'll get things started in the second quarter when we return. Hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far, halfway through the first half in this one. And what do you guys think about Minnesota here in this one?
Well, the offense is clicking, and they seem to have seized the momentum here early on.
Yeah, you know, I agree. No warm-up needed. They came in on fire and have already built a nice lead.
Mark, you know, some players just don't need a lot of rest. They could play basketball all day, every day, and don't want to be taken out. They've all got a lot of engine in them.
Yeah, they do. 24/7 guys, we call them. They don't need a lot of fuel, and it seems like they never are out of fuel. Guys like Paul George and Russell Westbrook come to mind.
That's at the point with Hield to his side. They're the backcourt. Giles is out there at Bogdanovich. And it's Dedmon in at the 5 down low. So that's the 5 in the game for Sacramento. 4 on the shot clock. Okogie for 3. Hits it from three-point range. Okogie's got 10 points in the game. The Kings trail by 6. Outside, Fox. Fires from the wing. And there are the Kings with another bucket.
Fox is so good at exploiting the pick and roll. When the defense goes under the screen, he knows exactly what to do. Burn them with the jumper.
Back to Wiggins for 3. That one goes in for him, too, making it look easy. He's now 4 for 4. Timeout called by the Kings.
Yet another player from the 2019 draft class who wasn't a top high school recruit. Jarrett Culver, 3-star guy, thin, unrefined, but in that sophomore year of college, boy, did he surprise some folks.
Some changes here for the Kings. Bagley, he's checked in for Dwayne Dedmon. Barnes comes in for Harry Giles. And Trevor Ariza is subbed in for Bogdanovich. Timberwolves also changing it up. Towns, he's checked in for Noah Vonleh. And Robert Covington subbed in for Josh Okogie. And that's out of bounds. Sacramento will retain possession. And Greg, when you talk about Culver, the one thing he did show in high school and again showed at Texas Tech, the ability to score.
Yeah, and he creates and makes shots against great defenders. Every team in the NBA is looking for that. His jumper, his handle, his ability to move without the ball, already NBA-level stuff.
Second quarter of basketball, just over a minute and a half played. He kicks it to Covington. Outside, Towns. There's another one for the Timberwolves.
Well, Towns has such a nice, smooth-looking jumper, capitalizing from the mid-range there.
Here's Hield, and he could not get that one to go. Out of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. That one is on Towns.
And really, for a long time, the specter hanging over Buddy Hield was he's the player who was traded for DeMarcus Cousins. Hard billing to live up to, but he has made some giant leaps with his development.
And he knocks down the first one. And Hield has slowly but surely turned himself into one of the elite shooters in the NBA.
And guys, to be as locked in as he is from deep with his height and release is deadly. He's the kind of player who gets better as his teammates get better around him, and he is just now finding his stride.
Both free throws good from Hield.
And what an advantage. You really feel like you can always trust him when he's at the line.
Teague against Barnes. Here's Bell. It's blocked, but he recovers it. Top of the key, Teague. There's the lob to the hoop. Holmes with the steal. Here's Ariza. Oh, and the dunk by Ariza.
And Ariza, superb in transition, runs the floor beautifully, getting to the right spot before the defense came.
Here's Towns. It's good. Towns has got 4 points this quarter.
Guys, that's just really unstoppable. He poses a ton of matchup problems for whomever he's facing.
A pass to Fox. Hield from outside. Good, and a nice assist from Fox. Hield's got 5 points so far.
And that is what Hield does. This guy is a gunner. Loves pulling the trigger from deep.
They get a hand on it. It's good. This game is all even. He's got 7.
Just a late reaction there from the defense, and he is always going to finish that one.
So the Timberwolves called their first timeout. Mark, a big part of your game was rebounding. You controlled the glass so well. What's one thing you would tell young viewers if they wanted to improve the rebound?
You know, I'm a little bit out of the norm here, but the biggest thing to me for rebounding is pursuing the ball. Boxing out is important, but pursuing the ball and good timing are the most important elements of rebounding. And that's what I would have players focus on. Pursue the ball.
Sacramento making some changes. Bielitsa, he checks in for Ariza. Bogdanovich comes in for Hield, and Corey Joseph subbed in for Fox. And the Timberwolves also making a change. Layman's checked in. Here's Layman. It's deflected, and the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Bielitsa. Kogi's checked in for Robert Covington. And in the second quarter, a little under 3.5 minutes played already. Cans it from downtown. Kogi's got 6 in the quarter.
Yeah, they're relying on their three-point shooting and getting pretty good results.
Bounce past Joseph. Takes it from 10. And with that shot, the Timberwolves lead is cut down to just 1 on the bucket from Holmes.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
Yeah, that's not the defense you need. You got to be tougher defensively.
Outside, Towns. Passes it to Layman. 5 on the clock. And stolen by Bogdanovich. Teague on the double team. Out left of the wing. Lets it fly. Again, Sacramento. Guys back and forth this first half.
And this could continue to go back and forth the entire way.
Minnesota's gotten it going from downtown in the second quarter. They're 3 of 3 on three-pointers. Here's the pass to Bell. The dish to Teague. Poked away. Stolen by Joseph. And here's the fast break. 5 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Here's Barnes. That's in, and he's now 3 for 3 and looking sharp.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Joseph against Teague. Here's Layman. And that comes off the assist by Jeff Teague. Lehman's got his second bucket.
Yeah, you know, not every point guard would be able to find an open man right there, but T is always looking for the right play.
And that'll do it for the first half. A competitive game so far. Kings lead by 1. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thanks, Kevin. Harrison, an efficient first half of basketball. What's enabled the team to be so effective?
Just move the ball around. This team, they play extremely hard, so, we're not going to be able to get up and down as we usually do, so it's good for us to practice our half-court game.
Yeah, that's been working too. Thanks very much. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, thank you, and stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime to get the third quarter started.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
It is a good game we have here after one half of play. Everybody, welcome back for our halftime show. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, and Kenny Smith. A pretty close game for the Kings throughout the first quarter. They never got too far behind, as their largest deficit in the period was 8. They went into attack mode in the second quarter and came from behind to jump in front here at the half, even though it's just a 1-point lead. What'd you think about Sacramento, Kenny?
Well, so far, they've taken care of their business here at home. It's something you might expect, but it's not a given. We'll see if they can keep that up in the second half.
How about you, Shaq? What'd you think about Minnesota?
They played some solid team basketball, Ernie. Pretty good. They were sharing the ball. We saw some nice feeds, a lot of movement. It wasn't 5 individuals out there. It was one cohesive unit. And they got the assist to show for it. Their rhythm was nice.
Thanks for joining us, folks. We're now just a few minutes away from the start of the third quarter.
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. And it's Fox with the ball for Sacramento. They lead by 1. So on the floor for Minnesota, Culver the off guard with Wiggins at the 3. Covington at the 4 with Towns in at the 5. And it's Teague in at the point guard. Now here's Barnes, and that's out of bounds. Sacramento will retain possession. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Doubled by Culver. Here's Bagley. Drops in the tray. Bagley's got the lead up to 4 now for Sacramento.
Yeah, the rhythm, the timing, an encouraging sign seeing Bagley knock it down there off the catch.
Here's Towns. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
Yeah, exceptional play there to take the bump and still get it to fall.
I like to call that stick-to-itiveness, Greg. Getting everything he possibly could out of that play. Nicely done.
Good call.
Giles checked in for Sacramento. You were so prolific in so many areas of the game. Which part of basketball came the easiest for you?
I think the rebounding piece. I always had a knack for sniffing out missed shots and had the size and timing and hands to chase down rebounds. But that was probably the strength of my game and the most unique part of it at an early age. And then the ball handling. My dad was 6'4" in the 50s, which meant you pretty much played inside, and he drummed into my head and my heart. Make sure you can handle that ball. So from the time I started playing, I was dribbling and making sure I could handle it, and it served me well during my playing career.
Now here's Fox. He's got 7. Deep. Kept alive by Sacramento. Giles, that's good.
Well, I love the way he goes after it there. I mean, you've got to respect that. He's rewarded for his efforts of pursuing the ball.
Teague finds Jang. It's tipped. First minute and a half of basketball here in the third quarter. Giles the pass to Fox. Back to Giles. Over Teague. Giles, that's good.
Boy, excellent recognition from Fox there, Kevin. Outstanding at recognizing when his guys are open.
Teague feeling it out a bit. Pass to Wiggins. Over Ariza. And with that shot, the Sacramento lead is cut to just 3 points on the basket from Andrew Wiggins.
And so far in the second half, this has been a different kind of game than what we saw early on.
No question about it. I mean, these teams are really battling hard now.
Now a timeout called by Sacramento.
Well, you look at Jeff Teague, and his game does not have a lot of flash, but his handles, those are rush hour caliber. This guy has that ball on the string, folks.
Making a switch here. Kedman's checked in. Timberwolves also changing it up. Vonleh comes in for Andrew Wiggins. And Okogie subbed in for T. 2 minutes into the second half of play now. Here's Fox. Oh, yes, the turnaround. Fox has got the lead up to 5 now for Sacramento. And with T, Clark doesn't do anything flashy, but the stats do add up.
Yeah, he's very steady and quiet, understated. But you watch him out there, and he's a competitor now. Before last year, Teague had made the playoffs 9 straight years in a row, and that doesn't happen by accident.
Now, here's Fox. Defense is right there. Dishes it to Dedmon. It's blocked.
And great positioning there from Culver. That's what allowed him to get the block.
Here's Covington. The shot goes down, and it gets this game back to even.
In that tight, with that much of an advantage height-wise, there's just not a lot the defense can do.
Fox against Covington. Trying to get open his heel. And Fox gets it to go. Fox has got 4 points this quarter. For Minnesota, they've gone 4 for 4 from the field since the halftime break. Terrific start to the third quarter. Here's Okogie, guarded by Fox. And here's Covington from the arc. And another 3 for Minnesota.
They've given up a lot of three-pointers here today.
And their defensive rotations have been non-existent.
Outside, Fox. The teardrop falls in. Fox has got 13.
And when you get this kind of shooting from him, 100% from the field, they're going to be tough to beat.
And the Timberwolves call time here. Perhaps the biggest breakout star last year from the 2017 draft class, De'Aaron Fox. Greg, he was sensational.
Kevin, the difference between a year 1 and a year 2 player was never displayed better than the improvement that Fox showed. His shot, vision, and decision-making all started to catch up to that incredible athleticism.
substitution here for Sacramento. Rashawn Holmes, he's checked in for Giles. Barnes comes in for Trevor Ariza. Bogdan Bogdanovic, he's checked in for Buddy Hield. And Yogi Ferrell subbed in for De'Aaron Fox. Out of bounds, Sacramento takes possession.
And that's just carelessness there. I mean, you have got to have your head in the game.
De'Aaron Fox is checked in for the Kings. And so it's Bogdanovic who brings up the ball for the Kings. It's a one-point game. And now Barnes running the floor all by himself.
Barnes is a problem in these fast break situations, Kevin. I mean, he's got strength, he's got skill, and he's got excellent speed.
Fox against T. And again, Minnesota will turn it over. Kings leading now by 3. Great offensive performance they're putting on.
And guys, we call that the zone because that's where they are right now. They are in a zone, and I'm sure they feel unstoppable.
Here's Bogdanovic, fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a three-point play chance for him.
No clue how he got that one to fall.
And that was not a soft foul he had to get through, Greg. I mean, he had to really power that one up and in.
Well, Greg, it took some time for Bogdan Bogdanovic to make it over to the NBA, but you can see why he was worth the wait.
And Bogdanovic showed some flashes of his great shooting that rookie year and only improved on that last season. Still, you know, in his mid-20s, he should only continue to get better as he adjusts to the NBA.
Free throw off from Bogdanovic. Timberwolves trail by 5.
2 for 1, probably the way to go.
You can't just heave it, though. I mean, it's got to be a quality shot.
Yeah, that's 2 straight three-pointers they've allowed.
Now 8 seconds separating the two clocks. Outside, Bagley. Pass to Holmes. A strong finish under heavy pressure all over. Holmes got 9 points.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Yeah, and that's 4 straight field goals now, Greg, they've allowed from point-blank range. Can't happen.
And so far in the second half, this has been a different kind of game than what we saw early on.
No question about it. I mean, these teams are really battling hard now.
And that does it for the third quarter. Both teams clicking offensively as we approach the fourth quarter. Kings ahead. They lead by 4. And right after this, we'll bring you the start of the final quarter right here on 2K Sports. While we have the chance now, folks, let's go to our State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with this feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
Yeah, that's just a brilliant read of the defense. I mean, it was also excellent anticipation of the movement of his teammates before the pass. Just great harmony on all sides.
And I know I speak for all of us when I say I can't wait to see what kind of finish awaits us here in the fourth quarter. Rashawn Holmes out there with Marvin Bagley. Then there's Harrison Barnes. Then there's Buddy Hield. And it's Bogdanovic in at the 2-guard spot. So that's the 5 in the game for Sacramento. Here's Okogie. 5 to shoot. Over Bagley. And again, it's Minnesota converting.
It's been like this all night for both teams. The offenses having their way.
Any lull in the action so far has been short-lived because there have been nothing but buckets in this one.
Trains it from beyond the arc. Bagley's got the lead up to 5 now for the Kings.
And what's interesting about Bagley, I mean, he has solid form as a shooter. The results from distance, though, have been inconsistent.
And Towns gets it to go.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
Nothing like answering back. One team gets 3, you fire 3 of your own. Boom.
Holmes, good. Timberwolves trail by 4. Minnesota calls timeout.
And the young Timberwolves head coach, Ryan Saunders, son of former Minnesota coach Flip Saunders,
about as great of a pedigree you could ask for as a young coach.
Well, guys, you've heard me talk about the DNA when it relates to players. It's the same with coaches. I mean, Ryan has grown up seeing his dad coach at a high level, the late Flip Saunders, one of our favorites in the business. He spent his whole life around basketball, so he has a great way with players and a real good understanding of the game, to a modern-day approach for a young coach.
Checked in for Rashawn Holmes. Timberwolves also changing it up. Robert Covington's checked in for Vonleh, and Culver's subbed in for Josh Okogie. And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, I was able to listen in on what Ryan Saunders told his team. He wants them to maintain their balanced attack, but he told them they're doing a great job of finding space out on the perimeter, which has led to all those good shots. He likes the rhythm and the flow of this offense. He just told them, keep shooting it with confidence. Kevin?
Healed with it. Culver covering. And here's Bogdanovich for three. Another three for Sacramento. Timberwolves trail by 4. Right side Teague. Whistle blows. Bucket is good. And he'll have a chance at the line to make it a three-point play.
I tell you what, Teague is superb at knocking down shots, even when he's getting hit. I mean, he finds a way to muscle them up and in.
And let's get your guys' take now on the hustle stats for the Kings.
The activity level defensively, I've really been impressed with. There's been an attack mode on the defensive end.
Another factor here tonight has been the amount of points they've scored off turnovers.
On the free throw, no good. And last year, a tough one for Jeff Teague. Just couldn't put together his normal level of play.
You know, Teague missed some games with injury, but his shot just wasn't consistent. His passing and playmaking were as strong as ever, but you just couldn't rely on him to score.
Here's Teague. Harrison Barnes picking up that last basket. Towns kicks to Covington. Good, and the assist goes to Towns. Towns has got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. And so it's Bogdanovich who brings up the ball for Sacramento. The lead is 2. Timeout called by the Kings. And during this timeout, I'm sure they'll be hydrating themselves with Gatorade. All the effort out there on the floor, and these timeouts can be such a huge factor in getting a short rest and recharging the battery. The Kings making a change here. Fox is checked in. Fourth quarter of play, and we're about 2.5 minutes through it right now. Healed outside. Out of bounds. Kings ball as Sacramento keeps possession. Shot clock at 6, and Fox gets it to go.
And he's got it going now. And when he's in this kind of a zone, boy, he's fun to watch.
Timberwolves trail by 4. Outside Teague. Here's Towns. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up.
Well, I tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
Yeah, if you're going to foul, then make sure that you don't give a chance for the and one.
The first one falls.
Well, you try to look for weaknesses in Towns' game, but really not much there to speak of, particularly at the foul line, where he's been terrific.
And that's good as he hits both of his shots.
He is absolutely the guy you want at the line in that situation. It just shows you how much he loves these moments.
Now here's Hield. And it's blocked. Wiggins finds Teague. Here's the floater. He takes it up and lays it in. Teague's got the game tied up here for the Timberwolves.
Hey, Teague knows that he can come up big in big moments. His team needed a bucket, and he delivered.
And there are the Kings with another bucket.
Boy, I tell you, I love seeing Barnes take these shots. Doesn't get overwhelmed, doesn't rush it, takes his time, and delivers.
It's stolen by Ariza. It's 3-on-3 on the fast break. And finished off by Bagley.
Stepping up, Bagley lives to compete. He wants the ball when the game is on the line.
Down low, Towns. And that comes off the assist by Jeff Teague. Teague's got his 5th assist in this one. Sacramento's gone 2 for 2 from three-point land to start the 4th quarter. Fox against Teague. Fox kicks to Bagley. Left side. Shoots over Culver. It's in!
And you can't get a bigger bucket than that.
Well, that was 1-2. He wanted the ball. Nobody else was taking that shot.
Minnesota calls timeout. They're behind by 4. 52 seconds left to play here in the 4th. Got a moment for our Jordan player of the game, Bogdanovich.
And in terms of his shooting, this has been one of the more accurate performances you'll ever see. I mean, he's been in constant motion, creating a lot of good looks for himself. But still, even when you're wide open, you expect to miss some of the time. And that has not been the case here tonight. This guy has made everything.
52 seconds left in the 4th quarter. It's stolen by Bagley. And the Kings pushing it up now. And Bogdanovich kicks to Hield. Passes it to Fox. Just 4 to shoot. And it's Bagley. That time on the assist by Fox. And it's a 6-point Kings lead.
And just easy to see why people are so high on Bagley. His ability to deliver there in the clutch is impressive.
And the Timberwolves call time here. They trail by 6. There's 25 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. It drops. What a beautiful shot to bring him to within 3.
And Covington is someone who definitely has the clutch DNA. I mean, he welcomes the chance to take these important shots.
Timeout called by the Kings. They're in front by 3. 20 seconds left in the game. Foul intentionally. They're going to have to do that now again and again. They're not in the penalty yet.
That's right. No other option but to foul and hope for some misses.
Yeah, they have to extend the game. I mean, plain and simple. Use every second you can on the clock here.
And he commits the intentional foul.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
He doesn't hit the first, and that was the one they really wanted. He's got one more, though.
Boy, I like the focus and unselfishness Fox brings to the court. A strong defender with lightning-quick reflexes in every spot.
And he ends up making the second, and that gives them a 4-point cushion. And so it's Teague with it. He'll bring it up for Minnesota. Outside, Towns. Wiggins from outside. Count it! And what a sensational bucket to bring them within 1.
Slane and Lane all comers. Wiggins with the confidence to put the team on his back when it matters most.
No choice but to foul there, but he's probably the last guy you want to see on the line.
But there was no time really to be selective. Stopping the clock was the priority.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
Drops the first one, and that will put them up by 2.
We all know he can shoot it, but for him to get better, he's got to keep adding different dimensions to his game.
And so he drops them both. It's a 3-point game.
Those were pressure-packed free throws, and he looked as cool as he could be. So big to give them that 3-point lead.
Oh, he had a chance there to send it to overtime, but they come up empty-handed. So it's the Kings taking the W in a close one. What a show they put on here at home tonight.
I mean, these are those games that feel so great to win, and really, it's like a knife in the gut to lose. You gotta love being on edge of your seat and just wondering what's gonna happen. How is this thing gonna play out?
And that'll do it, folks. For Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. See you later.